In what is a spiritual symphony of the seasons, Rudolf Steiner's Calendar of the Soul offers a profound meditative journey through the rhythms of the year. A powerful transformational tool, this collection of 52 verses guides you to harmonize your inner life with the cyclical patterns of nature. Each meticulously crafted verse serves as a weekly mantra, inviting the soul to embark on an introspective voyage. Through this journey, you can rediscover your connection to the cosmic order and nurture your spiritual growth. From each season and its spiritual meaning to all the 52 verses, stay tuned to explore this complete journey towards wholeness, so you can better understand yourself and your place within the grand universal design. The universe is filled with the rhythms of contraction and expansion, in breath and out-breath, that resonate universally across the seasons. As above, so below. Just as the weather and landscape cycle, we, too, internally experience these movements with each seasonal shift. Beginning on Easter Sunday, the calendar of the soul is structured around the year's natural progression, offering a unique verse for each week. These verses are not static. They breathe and pulse with the energy of the seasons, mirroring the dynamic interplay between the outer world and the inner life of the soul. As the earth awakens in spring, flourishes in summer, introspects in autumn, and withdraws in winter, so too does the human spirit traverse its own cycle of awakening, blossoming, reflection, and inner retreat. In the dawn of spring, Steiner's verses evoke a sense of renewal and rebirth. The soul, mirroring the burgeoning life around it, is called to awaken from the slumber of winter. Steiner's words act as a gentle summons, urging you to embrace the vitality and potential that this season heralds. This period is a time of outward expansion, where your soul reaches out to the world, absorbing the life force that permeates the environment. As the year progresses into the fullness of summer, the verses shift to reflect the exuberance and expansiveness of the season. Here, Steiner's poetry captures the essence of the soul's immersion in the vibrant life around it. This is a time of flourishing, where your spirit basks in the warmth and light, growing in strength and clarity. Your soul is encouraged to fully engage with the world, to express itself and to thrive amidst the abundance. With the arrival of autumn, the verses take on a more reflective tone. As nature begins its gradual retreat and the external world slows down, your soul is invited to turn inward. Steiner's verses during this period encourage introspection and gratitude, a time to harvest the fruits of one's inner and outer labor. It is a season of contemplation, where your spirit can assess its journey, integrating the experiences and wisdom gained throughout the year. In the depths of winter, the verses resonate with themes of inner stillness and contemplation. This is a period of spiritual hibernation, where the outer world's silence allows your soul to delve deeply into its own essence. Steiner's words provide a sanctuary of peace and introspection, fostering an environment where the inner light can be nurtured and sustained through the darkest days. It is a time of profound rest and renewal, preparing your spirit for the cycle to begin anew with the return of spring. Engaging with the calendar of the soul is a meditative practice that calls for dedication and mindfulness. Each week, read the designated verse with reverence and contemplation, allowing its meaning to unfold and permeate your consciousness. We recommend returning to this video weekly, and using the chapters scroll to find the verse for that week. To help you find the right week, week 1 always begins on Easter Sunday. This practice encourages a deep, reflective state so your soul can connect with the spiritual insights embedded in Steiner's words. Journaling your reflections and experiences can further enhance this process, providing a tangible record of personal growth and spiritual development. Verse 1. The soul seeks Christ. When from the realms of space, the sun speaks to human beholding, and gladness from the depths of soul unites with light in seeing, then rising from the sheath of self, thoughts soar to distances of space and gently link the human essence to the spirit's being. Verse 2. The soul finds its origin. To outer universe of sense, the force of thinking loses its own impress. The worlds of spirit find once more the human offspring, whose seed must be in them, but then whose fruit of soul and self must find. Verse 3. The soul frees and finds itself. To cosmic all there speaks, forgetting self and mindful of its primal state, the waxing eye of man, in you, in liberating myself from my subjective fetters, I fathom the essence of my being. Verse 4. Warmth of thinking unites with world. I feel the essence of my being, so speaks an inward sense which in the sun-illumined world unites with the flowing light. For it would pour its warmth into thinking's clarity, and bind in one the human being and the world. Verse 5. Risen free from narrow self. Within the light that out of spirit depths, weaves germinating power into space and manifests the God's creative work. Within its shine, the soul's true being is widened into worldwide life and resurrected from narrow selfhood's inner power. Verse 6. The truth of my own image. My true self has arisen from its separation with the all, and finds itself to be a manifestation in time and space of the creative power of the cosmos. The world as a godly archetype everywhere reveals to me that I am an image of the truth. Verse 7. A corner verse, a luciferic temptation. Myself threatens to escape lured by the power of cosmic light. Enter here my divining heart, assume your rightful place. Restore in me the strength of thinking which in the shimmering sense world is now inclining to lose itself. Verse 8. With sun hearing God within. The might of senses grows in covenant with God's creating, suppresses thinking's force unto the dimness of a dream. When godly being will with my soul unite, must human thinking to dream existence humbly yield. Verse 9. To find yourself, first lose yourself. Forgetting now my personal self-will, the cosmic warmth, the harbinger of summer, fills full my soul and spirit. To lose myself and light entreats my spirit vision now, and forcefully foreboding tells me, to find yourself, first lose yourself. Verse 10. May I feel the touch of Christ. To summer's lofty heights the sun uplifts his radiant being. He bears my human feeling abroad into his spacious realm. Awareness striving in my heart bespeaks its dim perception. The time will come when you will know a God's own being felt you now. Verse 11. How shall I join with the Christ? It is your task in this sun hour the tidings, wisdom-filled, to recognize, surrendered now to cosmic beauty, to feel yourself in self, experience this. The human eye can lose itself and find itself in cosmic eye. Verse 12. Summer solstice. The splendor of nature's beauty lures me out of my soul depths, to liberate for cosmic flight the divine forces of my own existence. To abandon myself, yet trusting and seeking myself alone in cosmic light and cosmic warmth. Verse 13. Uniting all six conditions in living. And when I live in senses heights, there flames up deep within my soul out of the spirit's fiery worlds the God's own word of truth. In spirit grounds now seek expectantly to find your spirit kinship. Verse 14. First verse of second quarter. Surrendered to the senses' revelation I lost the drive of self-existence, and dream of thought, bewildering, it seemed to rob me of myself, but waking, now comes near in senses shining, cosmic thinking. Verse 15. Protected and strengthened. I feel as if entranced by the cosmic glory of the Spirit's weaving. It sheathes my separate being, muffling my senses, but giving me the strength that, in its narrowness, my eye is in its narrow bounds. Verse 16. Harbor your ripening gifts. My intuition firmly commands me, harbor the Spirit's treasures within you so that these ripening gifts of God, growing in the soil of your soul, may bring forth the very fruits of your own selfhood. Verse 17. To find in future me and you. Thus speaks the cosmic word, which I through gates of senses might lead into the depths of soul, fill full your depth of spirit from out my width of worlds, to find in future me and you. Verse 18. The soul asks of itself, can I expand my soul, that it unites itself to the seed planted by the cosmic word? I sense that I must find the force that shapes the soul in worthy fashion to form itself into the garment of the Spirit. Verse 19. Feel gratitude for everything. In mystery, what I received to sheathe within my memory, be further meaning of my striving, and gaining strength that shall awaken the forces of myself within, evolving, give myself to me. Verse 20. Nurture cosmic light within. But now I feel my being that far from cosmic being in self, must self-extinguish and building on its own foundation in self, bring death upon itself. Verse 21. Light of intuition within. I feel a foreign power bearing fruit ever strengthening, to lead myself back to me. I have perceived that ripening seed, and now my intuition, full of light, weaves within me the power of my own self. Verse 22. Cosmic light lives within me. The light from worldwide space lives strongly on inside me, so light it now becomes and shines into my spirit's depth, to bring forth there the fruits that in the course of time let ripen the human self from cosmic self. Verse 23. Envisioning something new. Autumnally is dimmed the sense, drive to enticements, in light unfoldings mingle the misty veilings of the fogs. I can behold in space expanses the winter sleep of fall. The summer has surrendered its very self to me. Verse 24. The striving soul. In constant self-creating, the soul being becomes self-aware. The cosmic spirit strides forward through self-cognition, and shapes will fruit of sense of self from darkness of the soul. Verse 25. Ray inner light to the world. Now may I be unto myself and luminous, spread inner light into the darknesses of time and space. All nature being tends toward sleep, the depths of soul shall now awake, and waking bear the warm sun glowing to freezing winter flowing. Verse 26. Michaelmas week. O nature, your maternal being I bear within the essence of my will, and my own will's dynamic fire power. It steals my spirit's driving forces that they give birth to sense of self, to bear myself in me. Verse 27. Like a morning prayer. To penetrate my being's depths, a longing filled with boding stirs, that I in self-beholding find myself as a sun gift of the summer which as seed, in mood of autumn, warming lives as driving forces of my soul. Verse 28. Awakening spirit. I can, enliven now within, feel my own being's breadth, and filled with strength, shed rays of thought. From some might of the soul to solve the riddles life presents, and grant fulfillment now to wishes whose wings have long been crippled by hope. Verse 29. Kindling thinking. To fire thinking's radiance forcefully within myself, find meaning in experience, from world spirit's fount of strength for me is summer's heritage, is autumn's calm and winter's hope. Verse 30. Soul sunlight. The ripening fruits of thinking are sprouting now in the sunlight of my soul. To certainty of conscious self, all feeling now transforms itself. Now I can sense in a joyful mood the autumn spirit waking, the winter will wake the summer of the soul in me. Verse 31. Light becomes creative will. The light from depths of spirit strives outward like the sun itself, becomes the force of will to live and shines into the senses' dullness, to liberate the forces, whereby creative powers ripen from soul incentives in the works of man. Verse 32, a destiny step. I feel my own force, bearing fruit and gaining strength to give me to the world. At my inmost being I feel charged with power to turn with clearer insight toward the weaving of life's destiny. Verse 33, a resurrection. And now I feel the world out there, without my soul's engagement, but a frozen, empty waste, revealing its own powerlessness. In souls it springs to life anew, but in itself, only death it could find. Verse 34, a mystery felt. In mystery, the bygone treasure, to feel with newly risen selfhood revived within my inner life, into my life's external deeds, in sparking cosmic forces, it shall pour, evolving, grave me in existence. Verse 35, conceive true being. Can I conceive true being, so it may find itself anew in soul's creative impulse? I feel that strength is lent to me to integrate myself as member of the cosmic self, with modesty. Verse 36, spirit light within. Now deep within my being speaks, with urge to revelation, in mystery, the cosmic word. Fulfill the goals of your life's work with spirit light from me, to offer up yourself through me. Verse 37, transforming all life. This is the blissful striving of my heart's desire, to carry the light of the Spirit into the cosmic winter night, so that sparkling seeds of my soul may take root in cosmic soil, and that the Word of God may resound through the darkness of my senses, transfiguring entire existence. Verse 38, the Christmas verse. I feel the Spirit child set free from spell in the womb of soul. The holy cosmic word conceived in clarity of heart, the heaven fruit of hope, which joyous grows toward farthest worlds out of my being's godly ground. Verse 39, the golden verse. Devoted to the Spirit's revelation I gain the light of cosmic being. Thought power grows and clarifies to give myself to me, and wakening comes forth from thinker's might, my sense of self. Verse 40, the silver verse, feeling. And when I am in spirit depths, then in my soul's deep grounds, out of the heart's own worlds of love, the vain delusions of my separate self are filled with fiery force of the cosmic word. Verse 41, the bronze verse, willing. The soul's creative might strives outward from the heart's own core to kindle and inflame God-given powers in human life to right activity. The soul thus shapes itself in human loving and in human working. Verse 42, warmth of heart. In this deep winter darkness a mighty urge impels the soul to manifest her inner strength, to guide it into darknesses and feel as dawning vision through warmth of heart the senses' revelation. Verse 43, giving heart forces. Within the depths of winter the true nature of the Spirit waxes warm. It grants to cosmic sheen through force of the heart, the weight of presence. Defying cosmic cold, the flame of soul in the core of man is growing strong. Verse 44, will permeates thinking. In grasping ever new sense stirrings, recalling spirit birth achieved, soul clarity now fills confounding, teeming life of worlds with my own thinking's shaping will. Verse 45, thinking's light. The might of thought grows firm in union with the Spirit's birth. It rays on senses' dull enticements a shining clarity. If soul abundance would be united with evolving worlds, then senses' revelation must receive the light of thinking. Verse 46, Ahrimanic threat and memory. The world, it threatens to benumb the inborn force within my soul. Now you, my memory, arise, shine forth from spirit depths and strengthen my beholding, which but through forces of the will is able to sustain itself. Verse 47, joy in growth armored thought. There will arise out of the world's great womb, quickening the senses' life, the joy of growth. Now may it find my strength of thought, well armed by powers divine which strongly live within my being. Verse 48. Light awakening love. Within the light, which out of cosmic heights would flow into the soul with might, may cosmic thinking's certainty shine forth, resolving riddles of the soul, and focusing its mighty rays, awaken love within the human heart. Verse 49. Clarity of thought. I feel the force of cosmic being, so clarity of thought now speaks, recalling its own spirit's growth in somber cosmic nights, and to the dawning cosmic day it turns its inward rays of hope. Verse 50. Nature's joy in us. Unto the human eye there speaks, with might now manifesting and setting free its very forces the joy and growth of world existence. Transporting into you my life from its enchanted bonds I reach my truest goal. Verse 51. The eye reflects in gratitude. Into man's inner being the riches of the senses pour. The cosmic spirit finds itself reflected in the human eye, which must ever renew its strength from out of that spirit source. Verse 52. Christ streams life force. When from the depths of soul the spirit turns toward world existence and beauty swells from space expanses, then streams from farthest heavens the life force into human bodies, unites with mighty action the spirit essence to the life of man. Thank you for watching. This video is part of our Secret Self series, so if you'd like to discover the hidden power of the heart, where your focus goes, energy flows, or signs that your higher self is calling you, check out the playlist. If you enjoyed this video, please share, like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Remember to always live well and live abundantly.